How's it going, everybody? Good morning. It is a bright and early morning here. Got our coffee. We're ready to go. It is sipping time. Hopefully we don't do too much chugging. How's everybody doing this morning? It is cold today. I don't know about where you're at, but got a little bit of that white stuff here. I'm not too happy about that. Thought we were past the white stuff and got a little surprise. So it is going to be a turn up the heat, stay inside kind of day here. Perfect kind of Minecraft day. Perfect kind of Minecraft day for sure. We're going to do a little bit of our resource gathering, a little bit of building. I think we'll probably do a little bit more building than usual today. I've died way too many times down here now that we've opened up that cave, so I want to at least get somewhat of the bottom of the manual side built out so we can at least block the mobs from coming in. I had an OP zombie kill me this morning. He hit a big sword. He literally killed me in 3 hits. I don't know what he had on that sword, but with all my stuff I have on now, he hit me in 3 hits. He hit me once. By the time I got out of my inventory, he hit me again, and then I turned around for him to hit me in the face, and boom. And then of course he equipped all of my stuff, so then, you know, I come back to fight him with nothing, and he's got my boots, my pants, my wings, my helmet, my shield on with his OP sword. So that was fun. that was a fun time. So we're at least gonna get probably the floor and the walls getting up, getting going. Probably a good start. Might not do too much with chest or anything like that, but at least, like I said, prevent the mobs from coming in. So. Got some coffee. Nice and hot. Went and got a nice little top off before we came in. So I marked out the center this morning. Again, I got even numbers, which I'm probably gonna hate myself for, but I think if we do front-facing chests like this, it'll be okay. We're gonna have the super smelter above us here, so I want that to dump out into their storage room here. So this even number might work out halfway decent for us. So that's what this setup here is. We're gonna be able to load that from the top floor up there. For the most part, I think it's going to be pretty hidden. Probably won't see it at all except for input chests. And then these will be our output chests. Good morning, Megan the Rose. How are you today? And then we'll have our kind of room filled out here with chest. Yo, Seafrost. Sir Seafrost. We'll probably keep the same room design. I think it'll look nice and mirrored. We'll probably do kind of an arched ceiling with the leaves, and then since this side is going to be glassed, we might kind of leave it open and not leaved like this. So we'll probably finish half up to here, put in the glass, put in a solid floor for the next floor, and then kind of play around with the ceiling to see how we want to kind of blend in our green space like this into a more kind of modern looking out, not as chest filled area. How are we doing this morning? We having a good morning? I think we do... Why did I do full blocks? It's a waste of materials. I blocked when I should have slabbed. Silly me. I probably have slabs over here. I do not. That's a surprise. Ay, ay, ay. We're gonna mess around with the floor pattern here and there. I think for now we'll just put little slabbies in. Get something to throw some chests down on. And floor pattern can be something we mess around with later. I need a solid platform. To work with though. I liked the kind of dark oak. This is going to be a wall and out, so we'll stop there. I like the dark oak up against the strip spruce, just enough that gave a little bit of a color change. So I want to go with that again. And this is a wall here. We're going to push the chest back. So we're going to go here again. And I want this popped out. I think that gives a nice focal piece. And it'll make us kind of stagger any chest we put out here. I was going to have the other chest here. And then put these here. Like this be wall. This be this wall. And then this would be here. And the chest here. But it just was going to be like this all the way across. This didn't pop out as much as I wanted to. I think it just became too much. I like this just a little bit more. We don't... Oh, jeez. See, this is what I'm talking about. They just come out of nowhere. They come into my home. They don't even ask if they're welcome. I don't have a bucket of water on me. I don't even know where he came from. I got a hoglin head yesterday. That was pretty fun. He almost killed me. There's been quite the theme lately. Me dying to things that I should not be dying from. I've not been enjoying it. I had a lot of levels. Should probably fill this in. I think we keep the dark oak running along here. Hopefully this ends up even. I would hate an awkward corner. That'll work. And I think we go 3 chests tall. on these outsides. I don't need a lot of storage over here. Nope. This is probably going to get covered up after like 3, just in case I have like a bunch of sand and then like something else come through and I don't come through and empty it out. I want to be able to like pop in here and pull out that second item. So did some tree farming this morning. I let that run for about 45 minutes. Got some more acacia wood because we're probably gonna use a good amount of it. We're already running a wee bit low. Round that out. We'll just dig. We'll just come behind this wall. Dig it out. Place whatever wall block we want. I'm not too concerned about this wall at the moment. I don't have mobs coming through, phasing through blocks and killing me. If I did, I'd be concerned. Boop. Excuse me. That's not how you're supposed to go. Oh. I don't like this. And then this. No, I guess that works, because this is going to be our wall. Oh. For a second I thought we were going to have to shift this entire thing down. I'm planning an excessive amount of chests in here, just so that I don't have to do anything else ever. Like, I want to be set on chests, and that be it. If I never have to do this again, I'll be happy, of course. Like this whole side, we're going to do we'll probably do 2 rows. We'll line it up with this and this. And do some double. We'll probably be able to fit two double chests each row. Double chest, double chest. And that'll be solid. That'll give us a nice open space in between here and here. Give us that kind of big focal point in here. Run it up to the ceiling. Have our vines and stuff hanging down. We can play with stuff growing down the center a little bit more. I think will look good. Need spruce. Do I have more up here? We can get a little bit more detailed. I need to get a little of that sweet, sweet coffee. Let's do this the efficient way. Am I going off one more block? No, stop there for now. And that should be good. So I want to look at changing the floor up a little bit more and using, I think, a little bit more of the acacia in the floor. And I think I want to do the, not the granite, this andesite. I want to use the just plain andesite, not the polished, and acacia logs, because those mesh well together, relatively well together. I think those two would go well, and have just kind of a muted grayish kind of floor color. And then we get to use the acacia color some more. I think that would be a solid change from over here where we did dark oak and then our fish tank. So we're gonna try, I think, just mostly andesite, but then we'll do some like strips, almost support like with the acacia. It's gonna be structured, it's not gonna be kind of sporadic looking. And if that doesn't work, then I might do basalt and andesite, maybe. I've got a couple of different ideas, but I want to use the acacia a little bit more, because then when we tie in the ceiling with the orange and some supports here and there, I guess the supports are all spruce, but we didn't use like the acacia logs, and I just want to sprinkle a little bit of it in there. So this row and this row we're not going to really see underneath, so I'm thinking maybe to do this in front of the chests. That would give us this and this crossed. We're gonna be smart and use slabs. Just to throw that just a splash in there. I feel like we're in the outback with this song. If I'm not mistaken, that sounds like a didgeridoo. This corner here, I'm not too sure about. And then our pillars are going to go here. So Let's do our chests. Let's figure out our chests first. And then our pillars, because I don't want to smush ourselves walkway-wise. And then we have nowhere to go. I feel cramped. No. Cool. And let's have them face towards each other. Pillar just inside the walkway. I'm okay with that, and just inside the walkway. I kind of figured that's where they were gonna end up. Wait, this is wrong. Although I could do that. Let's look at this.
Remember all the happy times we had?
This would... The other way would double our chests. This is what I was originally thinking.
Very much alike.
Space would be more open. I'm in the way. That's why I can't do anything. Swing too high.
Remember all the happy times we had?
And did it again.
Very much alike.
We'd be there. We could throw another along here on this wall.
All right.
I feel like that would give us a nice open. Nice double walkway here instead of it being cramped one way. I kind of like that. And then this wall we could continue. Oh lordy. Surprise, surprise. Now we gotta get out. Bets on if I smash my face. What do we think, chat? Am I smashing my face here? Coffee is top tier. Oh, if you bet I was smashing my face, I did not. Oh, that's scary. Coffee is delectably dark. It is mahogany blend. It's got like a honey vanilla aftertaste to it. So it's got like a just bold, rich taste to start. And am I doing 4? I knew something wasn't right. Nice and dark, how I like it, but just a kind of sweet, just a slightly sweet flavor at the end, which is something different than like my everyday coffee. My everyday coffee is just a plain, super bold, intense Maxwell House. Well, little Saturday morning treat. How's our coffee, chat? What do we think about the floor, guys? think I like the acacia and the granite. I'm not sure about the structured stripes of it. Honestly, I think it might be the dark oak I'm having issues with, this transition. What if we border this out? Do we have coffee, tea this morning, chat? We drinking water? No caffeine? We just chilling? I always gotta have my Saturday morning coffee. That might be better. What if... Idea here, chat. What if we do a mixture here? Nope. You coming out. You're coming out. And we do kind of a transition. The back is going to be dark oak. Then we run our acacia. And this might help I think this has to not go. Border it with the acacia. I think that helps with the harshness of that transition. And maybe instead of this, we do lights. Can we do... I think this is going to be too bright and stick out. I kind of want to do acacia trapdoors. What do we think about acacia trapdoors on top of... we need a solid light block. Solid light block, chat. What are we thinking? Glowstone's too... Glowstone's not going to do it. You know what would look really good in the floor here? Some frog lights. That would be solid. I'm trying to think of something we could put a trapdoor over top of, or even a carpet. I mean, I guess we could do carpets And it wouldn't matter what light source we used at all. Can we put candles in the ground and put lights on top of them? We could put just do torches and put carpet over top of it. I really kind of... The color of this trapdoor, though, I think would be nice. If we put the trapdoor here. We'd have to put the light here, though. Do we have a full block? Eh. Not as big of a fan of the hole in the ground. I really want that block. I would rather it be flush. We're not making it out of this without smacking our head. I think having it be flush would be better. So I'm back to wanting carpet. And in the torches is going to have that smoke particle. This is going to be covered. There's going to be a solid wall here, so we're not going to have the light from that. Do we have any wool on us? Moss. Ooh. Pull some of the green. So we're going to have green on the ceiling. I can get down with that. How does it look in here? Do some random green moss in the flooring. Hide the lights in there. I can get down with that. I think we do that for now, and we sit on it, and if we come across something we think is going to be better, we use that. So that should provide us plenty of light. There's an Enderman over there, and he scared the bejeebus out of me. So it should give us plenty of light on the ground. And then the ceiling, we can do some lichen stuff. That way we have different lighting than we have in there. Have the ceiling a little bit darker, so then it's not as bright when we're trying to look out into the cave. I think that'd be pretty cool. I think this needs to go. I think we do this and this. Grab a little more moss. Moss carpet's coming in handy. Here. Here. Might not be the best idea, but I think for now we go with it. Maybe do this just to break it up a little bit. I think that looks a little bit better. One here, one there. Bring a little bit of life, a little bit of green, a little bit of green on the floor. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's got, I don't know if I'd call this chill music. Oh, is this a flute solo song? Okay. Alright, alright. Put little identifiers on either side here. Maybe a little banner or something decorative in the middle. Alright, alright. I think it's coming along there, chat. In here? What do we think about it? We feeling the vibe so far? I'm liking it. The amount of chests we're building, though. I knew we were going to be digging deep, but we're going to have to try to figure out how to incorporate the deep slate tiles. That's going to be the toughest part. Clear out my inventory just a little bit. And what else can I get rid of? Let's put the moss back, just clear up space for a second. Bucket. Let's go make some chests. Trying to do something a little bit different than this side here. Don't want to use dark oak for chests. I wish there was an option. You can be like, no dark oak for chests. Only use these blocks. Please and thank you. Dark oak is way too valuable. Not an option. I feel like dark oak should never be an option for making chests. If you're using dark oak to make chests, I think we need to have a discussion. That coffee. That's a hard, like, that's a manual grind time. for that. And you're making chests out of it. Oh, hurts my soul. Hurts my soul to just think about it. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, so we ran these bad boys all the way across. I always love trying to mirror something that you previously built. It's like, wait a second, this block goes where? What am I doing? This goes all the way across. And then up. So this. You shall not pass. Yes, yes, very nice. And what happened here? Kept the dark oak. Cool. And granite out. Here. Oh, I can't wait to move out of the cave base. It's been a long time coming. And we did this. And this. Just to be organized and be able to operate out of just one solid area. Be able to just rock and roll on some stuff. Super pumped. So I don't have to go back and forth for all my stuff. Like, wait, where's that? Is that here? Or there? Or there or here? Oh wait, no, I brought that over here now. I do it all the time. It's a pain in the butt. Let's put a light, I guess, here and there. One here. Let's do one. See you, sir. Go away. Chests are going to be here, so I don't want to do that there. Chest here, chest there. Let's put a light here. Put a light here. Let's do another light here. Should be good. One here. I'm so used to, like, if it's dark, mobs are spawning, and I don't have to do that anymore. I'm just not, I'm not used to that. I'm not used to that at all. That is a hard habit to break. Like that spot right there, normally I'm like, I need a torch, or I'm gonna die. Gonna get my face eaten off. Mobs are gonna get me. Chests are going here. 2, 3, 4. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? 2, a 3. The world may never know. This music's hitting on a different level today. Did I run out? That would be a yes. A bit more spruce. One of these days I'm gonna have to just spend an unconceivable amount of time stocking. Just stocking. all of that wood. Like I could probably fill all of those chests, all those double chests, just AFK for good solid hours. Getting a bunch of wood. Use all of my shulker boxes. Bring them bad boys over. Drinking my coffee. Chatting it up. Not paying attention. This is what happens. I think we'll leave this open. Kind of like it gets walked on a bunch. Down to the center. Frequently traveled, but these bits aren't as much. That's why the moss is there. Maybe. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Sometimes I question my counting. Couldn't tell you how many times I've built something and been like, oh yeah, no, the other side's perfectly fine. And then I built the other side and it's been off. And I mean built the other side, like done. And then stepped back and looked at it and been like, it's built here. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Can I hide this or do I have to tear this whole thing down now? Because that's not going to be fun. 12 hours later. Yeah, I think this is going to be enough chests for manual storage. So we should be good. We have this whole side to deal with something with still. So I need more chests. Let's get rid of some of this. That does not belong in there. So we've got room. Let's just get these chests done and over with. Can't even figure out how to use my own storage system. Alright, let's knock these chests out. Let's see how many we're going to end up with. 64. Nice. It's probably going to be just shy of what we actually need. Our head collection over there. I was pressing the wrong button. Excuse me. 3. Boom, boom. 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 Excuse me, fellas. Oh, you done did it now. Oh yeah, we're gonna be short. We're gonna be short by like 4 chests. Watch. You would think I know how to place blocks. Yes. I did that whole row and I was like, oh, I messed up. Done did it. Done messed up, AA Ron. Boop. Ta-da. Oh no, we got plenty of chests, never mind. I got scared there for a second. many chests. Alrighty. Now we should be able to run a ceiling up. So our other ceiling, we probably should just make it as tall as this. So what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we come in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 is the trapdoor. So we're going to need to come up just a wee bit more. We will do copper. I think copper just on the end blocks. So like these two, these, the outside ends, these, those, the in ones, maybe we do blackstone. I did them on all of them here just because there wasn't a lot. But like to do all of them here, I think it's just too much. So maybe blackstone here, not blackstone, deep slate, deep slate, deep slate, copper, copper, deep slate, copper, deep slate, copper, copper, deep slate, copper, deep slate, deep slate, coppers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this will be the trapdoor block. Right here. So we might go up another chest, to be honest. I don't think we need it though, is my concern. I'm pretty sure I fell down there. And the game glitched and didn't make me fall. I think we're going to have to put something. We might have to do one more layer of chest just to make it look good. Might not ever use them, but I think it's going to look awkward. Because this is going to be the trapdoor, and then the angling starts above that. I think it'll look a little bit goofy without it. What do we think, chat? Another row of chest for symmetry's sake, even if we don't use it. I mean, what's it gonna hurt? Extra chests are always nice, right? Because this is what we're gonna try to keep it similar. I mean, we're not gonna probably arc like this, but I mean, we're gonna trapdoor and then we're gonna do whatever arc slant we have. So trapdoors on that block we just put here, just to keep the like ceiling heights the same. I don't want to walk from this height over here. So this is pretty consistent. And then it'd be like, you know, we're squished. Where did those trapdoors go? So there, like that. So I think I think we gotta do another row chest, to be honest. And the black part is down, yes. Gonna look a wee bit goofy. Trapdoors for sure. All the way around. Why not? Not sure. Might do something different with those. Might not arc. Might not have arcs coming out of here. I definitely want to do some nice arcs across the pillars here. And this might just go straight up. So I don't know if we're gonna do trapdoors at that height or not. And I don't know what we're gonna do here. This might just be open. These might go up. I mean, we're gonna arc here. Arch, have an arch. Have an arch here. And they might go continue up a little bit to have more of an open like walkway through the center here. Again, I think it's going to depend on how we do the kind of more open ceiling here and how we're going to transition from the kind of look that we have here on this side out. It's the last melon. The last melon. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Very nice. A little bit more cha-cha. Gonna have to make some. That should be good. If not, oh well. I love looking up and seeing like the hole in the cave there. Just go straight up and out. You guys have any cool caves you guys have found in the new gen? Anything that's just outstanding that you're building in or can't wait to build in? I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back, chat. Alright, chat. Let's do this. Let's get some more of our acacia. Let's get our nice vault arch in. Get a little bit of the copper. I think we have some stairs. Some of these guys. We might want to break down some of the U. Preemptively. Otherwise, it's going to take forever. It'll be a nice little aging process. As we're using the room, we'll get to see the copper age. I think that'll be kind of cool. And we're going to bring this with us. So we're going to need it. 13. Set you up there. Where's all my scaffolding? Apparently I've lost it again. Does not surprise me. Where? I have no clue. I literally have no clue. I had 2 stacks and 14. And we're down to 24. So, we're gonna drink some coffee. Alright, so we were doing stairs, slabs, strip blocks. Okay. I want to start with this center. So we're going to go here. And here. Get that built up. And then our first block out. Let's keep with the stripped. I liked that. Brings the orange in, kind of ties those two in a little bit. Let's get a couple stairs. This should... Yeah, let's do all of them. Now these are going to age and be the blue again, so... It's not going to be the orange on orange. I like the gap that this provides. There. There. Oh, almost got it. I thought I could place and strip before I fell too far. I like that arch over there too much. I'm going to pretty much copy and paste it. Depending on how high this gets. I don't want to go too high. I want to leave enough room to put our super smelter in here, which shouldn't be too many blocks tall. Again, those are going to be blue, which melts blends in well. Blue, and we'll bring some back a stage or two. Just like that. Go up another, we went up another, and then across. Let me click. It's only going to be 2. So I guess that'll work. No, that should be 4, because we're going to have to put those there. Yes, yes. Did we do that? Oh, I see we went 2 across. Up 1, over 2. This was 2. Do I want to change it up a little bit? Have a larger middle section. Just to be slightly different than we were in here. Why not? The same but different. And maybe we do stairs here. Yeah. Yes. I think that'll... Once those blue fully oxidize, I think it'll work out nicely. Probably should have left that. How do we feel about that, chat? We think that's a halfway decent look? Looking, you know, somewhat the same, but not. Oh, I got those already here. Not going to be able to place this block. Going to have to do it from the other side. I think that gives us enough variation that it's a different room. But it's close enough that you're still kind of in the same area. We can tie them together. I wish I had the copper oxidized so it was blue. We could take a good look at what it was gonna, what it's gonna look like when it's fully oxidized, but judging by how the other side looks, I think we're going to be fine. Then it'll be cool to watch it age as we're in here, going through the stages. Yeah, I think that gives us some kind of grand, allows that super smelter dump chest where all of our stuff's going to come down. Allows your like focal point to be brought into this when you round the corner. Because if we brought this over, this would be pinched in. And since this is 2, this is 2. I think that works. I think it'll work, chat. Thumbs up, thumbs down. That's a thumbs down. Me not being able to parkour. What's new about that, though? When can I ever parkour? Never. Never is the answer you were looking for. Uh-oh. Oh, this is another spot I can't do. And then these sides, I think it's going to be a little bit trickier to get that height we want. Am I out? I am. Because we've kind of determined our height. Yeah, we might be able to make it a little bit shorter and then the leaves just be up higher. This is going to be the real trick. This 2 wide gap. Let's get it 4 blocks tall on a 2 wide gap. Let's pull that off. Coffee. I'm not drinking it fast enough. It's starting to get cold. The getting 4 pieces of copper out of that recipe. It's only slightly OP. Good, good, good. Just making sure everything looks exactly the same. So like 2 months from now, I don't sit here and like looking at it and like something is wrong here. Something doesn't match up. What did I do wrong? Alright. Yeah, and then we should be able to put a floor, like a block or 2 above this. So here, that gives us like 12 blocks to fit in a super smelter, which is plenty of room. Especially since like we don't need to be in there, and the collection right in there. It's gonna be a subfloor. I literally don't ever plan on being in there. And it's gonna be like smack in the middle of the floor to where the carts should never touch anything, so they should never stop. I'm gonna have to give myself access to it because inevitably something is gonna happen. Oh, no, 3G. Chunk borders are gonna be an issue apparently. I mean, we could build chunk borders aren't chunk borders aren't that bad, to be honest. I mean, what we got 4 right here. 1, 2, 3 right here, right? This is the corner. So as long as we don't have the carts. Cross too many borders? We should be fine. He says sweating a little bit because he knows the carts are going to have issues. They're going to stop at some point in time. They're going to stop. Let's do this side next. I'm liking this. Let's get level with the floor. I'm debating taking this center one out so we have a little bit more space in between the two. They're just a little too close. I think separating them out a little bit, although I don't know. We'll see. We'll try it on these ones. See what we think. Trial and error. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with these. So we're going to bridge this gap pretty quick. Maybe we just do copper here. Do not like that. That's chunky. It's better. We're going to play with a couple ideas here. So I want these acacia logs. I think we might have to tweak how we did this before. Just to get the height. And style. I think we can run with the stairs and the logs, but no on the slab. Just kind of as a cross brace. All right, let's do another one. And have comparing notes. What if we did, I like this, so we're gonna keep this. It's not what I wanted to do. What if we're going to change one block out? Why do you hate me? How many times have I fallen today, chat? It's quite a few. What if we do that instead? Gives us a little bit more of an arc. Arc, whatever you want to, however you want to roll the dice. It still looks chunky and then thin. I think we roll with the brace look. I think this is our best bet, which I'm fine with. And then let's continue these up. We'll figure something out with those. So I feel like what we do in here might... Do we do just one? It's one little cute guy down in the center there. Leave the outsides. Outsides. Inside. Outsides. I think we do rip this one down. We'll let it sit a little bit though, I think. And then we can do this. And that'll help. The reason why those are there. Definitely think we're gonna have to put another row of chests. Yeah. Another row of chests for sure. Even if they're gonna be empty forever. Excuse me? For sure. For sure. I'm liking that. Are you gonna rain down on my head from somewhere, zombie bro? I was hoping to get one more out. Zombie groans, footsteps. Excuse me, sir. It's another fall, guys. Apparently I can't Minecraft. This is why I want to finish this up. Whoa, 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 whoa. You are definitely not welcome. I would have been so mad if that creeper came out of nowhere. Blammo. All the stuff we just did. Where's my blocks? I've been so mad. I've yet, knock on wood, to have that happen in this area. So I've been pretty good about keeping my wits about me and not having anywhere above that they can fall down on us. So 1, 2, this one. Yeah, you guys need some trapdoors. For sure. I feel like this has got to come down. The more I keep looking at it, the more my brain is like, yeah, this needs to be open. And if we take it down now and I go, nope, it needs to be there, then I guess we rebuild it. But like after having the outside ones open, I think having this, oh yeah, I like that a lot better. Like having this open in the middle and then this open and then the middle, I feel like that just looks better. I'm vibing with that a lot more. Hey. You said your kind's not welcome here. I'm vibing with this. A wee bit of water. Did you bring reinforcements, sir? That's very not cool. And a skeleton friend? Yo. Not cool. Yeah, I think we get the foliage on top there. The copper ages, which, has this all aged yet? No. So it's gonna be a hot minute. It's gotten a good amount through. I mean, this was all straight copper. So I mean, it's getting there. Have to put the deep slate on top of it, so we've got that darkness like we do over here, excuse me, so you can't see through. That's all deep slate on top of it, block thick, otherwise you can see through them. Maybe we do some glow berries over here instead of lanterns for light. Mix up our lighting sources just a little bit. I'm liking this. I think that's where we're going to call it today, though, guys. Did a good amount of work getting things set up. We will continue tomorrow. Hopefully you have a good rest of your day today. Before you head out, make sure you hit that follow button if you haven't. We are on our way to 25. We are up to, I believe, 12. Our follow count is not updated. I'm not sure what's going on there. Get notified when we're going live. You get to come hang out and enjoy. So it'll help us out, help us keep growing. Enjoy the rest of your day today, though, guys. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you here again soon. Take care.